Welcome to episode 280 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It is Tuesday, people. Tuesday, the 4th of April, 2023. I hope you're doing all right out there. I hope your working week has started well. Holy fucking shit. 3 more days to go after today, baby. That's it. It is, although it is just about to click over to Wednesday. It is 11:30 in the evening, people. Holy fucking shit. I've only gone and left it till the last minute again, but at least we're sneaking in, ducking under the fucking tape, baby, for Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm still in. Here's backup day for you, people. Anyone who has had a bad back, has a bad back at the moment, is thinking about getting a bad back, or is flirting with the idea of damaging their back, I would thoroughly not recommend it whatsoever. I've spent, since we last spoke, when was that? Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah, Ben, because you were late. It was Sunday we last spoke. Since that very day, people, I have been pretty much holed up here at Briggs Towers, not venturing out, sitting on my sofa with a hot water bottle on my back, a little blanket over me as well. I'm like an old age pensioner right now. I'm like a grandma. Like a grandma who is incapacitated. I'm one step away at the moment from Charlie in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, his grandparents at the moment. I am one step away from that. I'm living life like that. I imagine one day I'll just, spring out of bed and start dancing, even though I haven't walked for years. Yeah. That's believable, isn't it? I know it's not meant to be believable. It's meant to be cute and charming, isn't it? That's what it's meant to be. Yeah, so I'm pretty much living life like that at the moment. However, I did think I'd venture out this evening, because I Googled, like we all Google, don't we? I Googled the best thing to do with a bad back. If you don't ever Google anything medical, I've said this before on the podcast, don't ever Google anything medical because it all leads back. All roads on Google lead back to cancer. So it's either a pulled muscle or suspected spine cancer. So that's what we're working with through Google at the moment. Holy fucking shit! I know, it's just every time you fucking Google something, man, it's it all goes back to there. That's where it goes back to. So anyway, I decided to get out and about and up and about today, just to see how the back was, because having Googled it. It says one of the worst things you can do. Well, the best thing you can do is give it a rest, and the worst thing you can do is give it rest. So I don't know where I'm at with it. This is why I'm not a trained medical professional. However, I have been to the doctors before, and they ended up Googling something. So, do they know any better than me? I don't know, people. I don't know. So, anyway, anywho, as they say, so I ventured out this evening. Let's get a bit higher. Fucking back's hurting. I have just taken a shitload of painkillers as well. So if this podcast ends just in silence and you hear a thud, that is my head that has just hit the fucking desk in front of me. And I've also just had a curry as well. So we've got a lot going on this podcast at the minute. I've got pain in my back. I may, shit myself at any moment because it's 11:30 at night and I've just eaten a curry. So, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? This could be literally an explosive episode for you people. Jesus. Isn't it bad when you get to the age where you can't trust your own body? I can't trust it to be able to lift things. I can't trust it, just to make a bit of a silent fart out there, just in case I follow through because of my fucking lacking in gallbladder which has an effect on the old stomach. So, anyway, you don't want to hear about my issues, people, do you? Hey? You don't want to hear about all that. Anyway, yeah, so I ventured out this evening. Now, I did this to test myself a little bit. I had a gig, to be honest, that I forgot about. It wasn't very far away. It was in Leicester, which is about 35 minutes from my house. So I thought, fuck it. I'm going to get up. I had a nice hot shower. I took a shitload of fucking painkillers. And I crawled my way from the car to the gig, which was just around the corner. So I managed to park up. The only bad thing about getting into Leicester tonight, there was a fucking football match on. I believe it was a football match anyway. There was a football match on, and the fucking road getting in there. I don't, I mean, I like football, but you've got to be a certain dedicated type of fan to, on a fucking Tuesday night, to travel wherever you're traveling from. I don't even know who they were playing, to be honest. So let's see where these, because I saw coaches coming in of fans, and I thought, fuck me, the game don't kick off till 8. By 10:15, 10 o'clock, the game's going to be over. You're going to get stuck in all of that fucking traffic on the way out. You ain't getting, depending on who they were playing. Leicester v. Let's have a look. Villa. So, it's not too bad, I suppose, is it? But you ain't going to get home until midnight. Like, if you're living Leicester to Birmingham's an hour in there. It's going to take you fucking hours to get out. You're going to get home at 1, 2 in the morning, something like that. Oh, fuck me. All to watch a match. Just watch it on Sky. It's easier, innit? Easier. Gotta be easier. Anyway, so it took fucking ages getting in. There was loads of coaches. The whole way from getting to the M1 off the M1 and then into Leicester, down the Narborough Road. I used to date somebody years ago. I used to date somebody who used to live down there, down the Narborough Road. Stayed there a few times. Naughty. Yeah. So anyway, getting in was an absolute fucking nightmare. And I parked nowhere near the stadium because I didn't want to go. It was taking me close to the stadium, and I thought I'm going to get fucking stuck in all that traffic on the way back home. So I parked a little bit away from the stadium, which was, there was a car park right next to the gig, which is near the stadium, and I didn't park there. So, I thought I'd give myself a little bit of a walk. I had a tentative, slow walk. And to be fair, with the bath that I had and the painkillers I'd taken, it wasn't too bad. It was all right. I'm okay as long as I don't bend down and keep in an upright position, I'm fine. That's all right. It's when I fucking bend down. Putting on my shoes was a bit of a nightmare. I need one of those long shoe horns. That's what I need, just to get the back on my shoes. That might be a worthy purchase, to be honest. I don't know. Why am I planning to be disabled? I don't know. I need one of those grabber things that they get when you can't reach shit down. Velcro shoes where you can just pull them across. That's it. That's the end, isn't it? If you're an able-bodied person and you start buying Velcro shoes, that's it. It's fucking over. You're admitting your body might as well just break down then, mightn't it? Rather than, you're just admitting it's fucking all, I can't be bothered to do shoelaces anymore. I haven't got the dexterity in my fingers. That's it. Everybody should be buried as soon as they should be selling Velcro shoes in funeral homes, and that's it. Just because it's easier to get them on the body in the fucking coffin. Anyway, so I went to the gig. This is it's a regular night that runs in Leicester. I managed to find a nice, comfy sofa that I could just put my back against and sit upright to, which was quite nice. It's a weird sort of like New Material night, this is, because it's very different from any other New Material nights that are around there, because they have 3 sections, 1 comedian in each section, doing new or revising old stuff or adding bits and that sort of thing. So everyone gets like 15 minutes to do. Instead of having, like most new material nights, I'll have like about 8 acts on, each one doing 10 minutes. So with these guys, they split it up. It's Egan's Comedy. They do one at the Summer Tap Lounge in Leicester and one at the Summer Tap Lounge in Birmingham as well, which are both lovely venues. And for some reason, they really attract young people, like people in their 20s, people at university, the old millennials. I don't know if they are the millennials anymore. Is this a different generation now? But they're the, they're the sensitive kids, as old school. I suggest I'm old school now. Am I 46? Am I? I'm not new school, am I? Definitely not. I'm not middle school. I'm sort of like upper, first year of upper school. That's where I am. Let's have a little bit of tea. So you get all the youngsters in there, and they're a bit jittery sometimes, because obviously they're living in a very strange time. They're the sort of like first generation that have been thrown into everything, and social media is always already there. Like my generation, we saw social media come along. I think I joined Facebook in like 2008, something like that, right? And we saw social media come along, but we've experienced life without that sort of like social media and that sort of like online presence where anyone can fucking take you down at any point. There's a lot of people I know of my generation who aren't even on fucking social media. They don't give a shit. My brother is like 3 years older than me, will not fucking, has no idea about social media. I think his missus is on there, but like only like, hang around with their friends or post stuff for the kids or whatever they do. This is the first generation that is pretty much under the microscope 24/7 with anything they say, anything they do. They're just waiting to be publicly shamed. That's it. That's all the younger generation are now. They're just waiting to make some sort of fuck up where somebody's going to take them to task about something, and it could happen to any of them at any time. As it can for any of us as well, obviously. But they're the first, generation not to have any experience of not having that sort of like social pressure on them. So they can be a bit jittery sometimes. There was a good act on first. Hannah Wheatman went on first. She's a great act from Birmingham. She did really well. And then I was on just in the middle section because Alex Egan, who runs the nights, couldn't make it. So I just took his spot and said, I'll do some new material in the middle and brush up some other stuff. To be honest, they were really lovely for me. They weren't really... I sort of like been trying a bit of a new approach, be a bit softer on the way in. I'm like, I'm fucking 46 years old now. I'm starting to mellow people, I think. I don't know, until the next time somebody rings me during the podcast and then I go fucking ballistic like last time. I'm on a hair trigger constantly, people. Constantly on a fucking hair trigger. So they were really lovely. They were really good fun. There was an older couple in there, a guy in a wheelchair and a lady, and his missus with him. There was a couple of older people who were in their 30s, but the majority of the audience were either uni students or just qualified from uni. So you're looking like 20, 21, anything down to 19, 20, 21, 22, something like that, I think. A lot of couples in there, very good sort of like... Not that it's, not that they're trying to be a mixed audience, but you could tell there were a few non-binary people in there, a few lesbian girls, I think, and then a few couples, and then quite racially diverse as well. There was a lot of Asian people in there, Asian couples, and white people as well. But like, you know, like there was a good mix of sort of like people. Not that that should really make a difference, but it kind of does sometimes. If it's like an all-white gig and they're, you know, there's certain things white people will get more sort of like sensitive about because they don't want to appear racist, even though you're not on stage being racist. You're just talking about race and they'll clam up because they're like, oh, well, where the fuck's this going? There's a white guy with a skinhead in front of me talking about race. Which usually I will hold my hands up. In the past, any white guy with a skinhead who talks about race through a microphone, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to fucking end well. But there you go. That's a previous generation to me, I think. Anyway, the gig went lovely. It went really nice. So I was like, I just felt a little bit more playful with them. So, and I got away with, not got away with, but they laughed at lines, and I got to do, because like I was sort of like teasing, saying like there's another bit coming up in a minute that's going to be like really dark. I don't know if you're there yet, but I trust in you. You know, I trust you. And then when they when it came to doing the couple of lines I wanted to do, they went for it, and we sort of like all kind of laughed about the fact, you know, it was ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and it was kind of fun to be able to do that in front of that audience. And I think now I've got a way where I can make that bit work just through the way that I approach it. It's a really dark line. I won't say it because out of context, you know, it's not going to work. But yeah, it's quite a dark line, and just or a couple of lines really, and just the fact that you're trying to, because it makes me laugh. Like, it makes me laugh. That's why I do it. I'm not trying to shock anyone or anything like that. I think it's funny, and now I think I've worked out a way of making that work for an audience. Like just the lead up to it, which is fucking satisfying. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a very satisfying thing if you've got like something that is dark and you can make that work for especially that sort of audience, a young audience who are, you know, like a little bit sensitive, a little bit woo, a little bit, oh my god. But yeah, they were lovely, they were sweet, and then they just I had a lot of fun there. So I did 15 minutes, I think. I did the 15 minutes, and it was nice. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And then had to be in the situation. I stayed to watch Dimitris Deitch, who was closing. Well, he was on in the last section, and he had some really, really fucking nice lines. I haven't seen him for a while, and so we had a little catch up. And then at the end of the night, it came to leaving. Holy fucking shit! And I'd forgotten about the football being on, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I heard, because I came out of the pub and heard a massive roar, and I thought, "Oh fuck! I hope that's not the end of the game." And then looked at my watch, and it was like 9:30. So I was thinking, well, kick off at 8, 45 minutes, then look, what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes half time, is it? I don't know, it always used to be. And then another 45 minutes. And I was like, well, at least 45 and 45, that's 9:30. It's 9:30 now, so I've got, what, 10, 15 minutes? Maybe, possibly half an hour to get back to the car. And I made it back and zoomed fucking straight out of there. But by the time I'd made it back to the car, my fucking back was seizing up, which, to be honest, sitting in this chair, it's doing the same at the minute. But I need to fucking relax a little bit. Let's lean back. So I managed to get back, and then obviously here we are right now, isn't it? Like after the curry, fucking, there's nothing. I don't know what it is. Like I have been eating like a fucking trooper today. Maybe it's my body rebuilding itself. Is that a thing? when you fuck up your back. Anyone with a fucked up back out there, please message me. What are the best things to do? Because I have no fucking idea. I'm trying to do everything. You Google shit. Like I said, you Google shit on the fucking internet, and there's one twat saying something, another twat saying something else. And you're just like, oh, right, okay. So basically the best thing to do is do absolutely nothing or do everything. You need hot pad on it. That's what you need. Or you need a cold pad on it. Well, they're totally different. Surely one's going to... Oh, you need to use hot and cold. Fuck me. So, I have no ideas. So, if you want to message me, Ben at benbriggs.co.uk with your bad back shit, I will be much appreciated because I'm struggling at the minute. I've got to sort out some with the doctors this week, that's for sure. But anyway, onwards and upwards, people. Let's have a little bit more tea. It was a fucking nice curry I had when I came back, I tell you. Anyway, the rest of the day today, holy shit. Here we go. He says leaning forward because even that position's fucking difficult. What I have done today... I have used my time wisely, people. I have watched 2 films today. Holy fucking shit. I watched and would thoroughly recommend both of these films just for pure carnage reasons. If you're into films that are fucking just carnage fun, or you don't take themselves too seriously, and just a fun watch. Maybe you may disagree with me here, people, and you'll be going, what sort of fucking tablets are you on, Ben, if you think these films are enjoyable? But the first film I watched today, Cocaine Bear, holy fucking shit, I really enjoyed it. I fucking loved it. Obviously, there's a story about the bear. I think it was a bear in somewhere in America that died because there was a load of cocaine busted open in the woods or something like that, and the bear come along and ate it. Now, this has obviously taken that idea and just stretched it completely. It is fucking great. I love it. It's like it's a fucking horrendous film. With horrendous things happening to them by a bear that is fucking whacked off its tits on cocaine. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did. I defy anyone not to fucking enjoy that film. I defy anyone not to just enjoy the title of the film. Cocaine Bear. I love it. When it's sort of like, I'm not going to ruin the plot's obvious. The bear goes mental and goes on a fucking rampage. That's all you need to know. But it's a fun rampage. I love it when it's knocked out and then like some cocaine goes over the cliff and then it sprays everywhere and you just see it snort it and then it instantly comes round. I'm surprised it just didn't endlessly start talking about itself or actually go to a comedy club and start disrupting and heckling. That's my experience of cocaine, that is. Going to comedy clubs, seeing twats, blokes, twatted off. I don't think it has that effect on women. I don't know. Does it make women chat shit? Will anybody be able to tell if it does or doesn't? Holy fucking shit, that's a sweeping statement, Ben. Oh my God. There we go. All the female listeners to this podcast have instantly clicked off completely. I'm not going to get spoken to like that. Yeah, but it definitely has that effect with guys. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, it definitely has that effect with guys. So, but like, yeah, the bear doesn't go to a comedy club and start heckling and get all fucking rowdy, disappear, getting up and going to the toilet every fucking 30 seconds. Really? Is your bladder that bad? Really? Although saying that, in one night, a comedy night, I had to take 3 shits. And not, what, let's say, 60% of those shits were not firm. Let's put it that way. So, you know, like, I probably arouse a lot of suspicion at a comedy night, I must admit. Because I sort of like just hang at the back of the room every now and again, going to the toilet either for a piss or a shit. I don't know what it is about me. Every time I get to a gig, I need to take a shit. I'm essentially travelling around the country, shitting in theatre toilets and pub toilets. That's what I do. That's my hobby. What's your hobby, Ben? Is it doing comedy? No, I get paid for doing comedy. My actual hobby is shitting in toilets at the venues that I play. I even go to, because I'm a seasoned fucking pub and theatre shitter, I even take my own fucking toilet paper and my own fucking, that moist toilet paper, just to fucking, you know, polish the old chap up before I go on stage. My asshole, I mean, not my pecker. Yeah, so Cocaine Bear, thoroughly fucking enjoyable film. I thoroughly fucking recommend it. Let me know what you think. Holy shit, there's a lot of interaction I'm asking for on this podcast, isn't there? Let me know what you think of Cocaine Bear. I fucking loved it, man. I love the little cocaine bears in there as well. Yeah, start them young. That's what that's it, isn't it? Start them young, get them on the habit. They'll fucking love it. And then after that, this is all illegally streamed online, by the way. I know, people. I know. I'm not paying money to see a film called Cocaine Bear. I'll watch it for free, though, and thoroughly fucking enjoy it. That was a HD copy. Then I watched John Wick 4, which was a cam copy, which basically means the actual vision side of things isn't that bad. It's not like it used to be. I remember getting, years and years ago, I went on holiday with my parents when I was a kid to Malta. I must have been about 12 or 13. I'll tell you when it was. Whatever year that the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film came out. When was that? Let's have a look. Turtles film original. Let's have a look. When was that? Here's a blast from the past. 1990. Holy fucking shit on the money. I was 13. Yeah. When that film initially came out, because they had pirate copies on video that they would, they'd show you in store in these pirate video. They did just set up. It was just a shop in Malta. Nobody gave a fuck. It was like it was 1990. There was no rules back then about piracy. There probably was, but people in Malta didn't give a fuck. We're on a fucking island. You know, we're in the middle of the fucking Mediterranean. We're on a fucking island, baby. What are you going to do? Close us down? We'll just set up another shop. Go fuck yourself. That's what they're like over there. I have no idea. But I got a copy of that. And it was, I think we got Naked Gun. We got like a few of the bits. A few of the films. And we got a copy of that. And it was fucking dreadful. It was all over the place. They show you in the store and pop in a video and go, oh, this is the quality of it. And then they give you some piece of shit to take home with you. The Naked Gun one weren't that bad, actually. But the Turtles one was like in black and white. And all the sound was fucked and that. But this version of John Wick I saw yesterday, yes, the sound's dodgy. It's not that, but it's just not crystal clear. You know. It probably sounds a little bit like listening to this podcast, to be honest with you. But I watched the film with headphones on, which makes it so much better. And then thoroughly fucking enjoyed it. It's just relentless. I fucking loved it. It's relentless. Just every fucking scene is about 80 people turning up. Think of the scene, you know that Kill Bill scene where Uma Thurman's in the yellow outfit and the crazy 88 are coming at her. Think of that, but a whole film virtually of that, interspersed with little bits of dialogue just to usher the storyline across, and then hundreds of people again turning up to try and kill him at various stages in the film. I thought it was thoroughly good. I thoroughly enjoyed that whole series. I don't know whether it's going to end there or not. It's left on a bit of a, well, this is the end, or is it, kind of a scenario. But little bit of tea there. But I thoroughly fucking enjoyed it. What a great film. Keanu Reeves is fucking great in those films. He runs bandy-legged. I don't know, he's got bowed legs or something. He's sort of like, his legs sort of, I don't know, man. It looks like he's constantly trying to leapfrog a fucking road cone when he runs. But yeah, it's a thoroughly fucking great film. I fucking loved it, and I would thoroughly fucking recommend you fuckers to watch it. Great film. It's the end. That's half an hour, people, and I shunted on. Fucking love it. The only thing about John Wick is he kills a lot of people. He seems to, not that I'm sitting there watching John Wick going, this is not realistic at all, but he very rarely reloads his gun, which I like that. He just keeps on firing. I know he changes guns and shit like that, but there was one scene where he just seemed to be firing for fucking ever at people. And then goes and wastes bullets by like putting 2 in somebody's head when they're already down. Bang, bang. Just give them one. One's surely going to do the job. Come on, John. You know, you got to think about the environment sometimes. I know you're killing people, John, but you got to think about the environment. I don't know. Anyway, that is episode 280 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I have thoroughly enjoyed being here. I am now going to go to bed because it has gone 12 o'clock, gone the witching hour. Holy fucking shit. And I've got to be up tomorrow to nurse my bad back early. That's what I'm going to do. I've been having a bath every day in the morning as soon as I get up to try and fucking loosen it up a bit. And hopefully it'll be a bit looser tomorrow, but it feels a bit fucking tight at the minute. Anyway, have a good rest of your week, motherfuckers. I will speak to you on Saturday. Take care.